Hi, welcome to Asylum Fracture. I had to tell Chris to shut up because he was talking too much. We are back after 2 weeks, well, one weekend off. I am the Cthulhu Kid, or Mark, depending. I have forgotten what I was going to say. This is TTRPG, Tabletop Roleplay Theatre. Yeah, oh god, no, I fucked all of this up. Let's go back a little bit. Hi, how you doing? I'm Mark. Yeah. Welcome
Welcome
back
to
to
live TV, folks.
Yes, welcome to live Twitch. Thankfully, no one's watching,
Well,
so we're all right.
what do
No,
you mean?
no, only my dad, and he's got it on mute. But anyway, let me get back to this. Thank you for coming to see Asylum Fracture. We are on episode 5. We'll get into all that in a second. First off, some housekeeping. We have quite a lot of shows on here. On Fridays, we've got a cult game, it's Manhattan 2. Every second Sunday, we have Place of Wrath and Tears, also a cult game. Tomorrow, we've got Happy Little Faces, which is an extremely funny variety, paint your face sort of thing. And if you're lucky, you might get to see Tim in the Discord with his face painted, if he actually goes along with it. Yeah, we've also got interviews every second Wednesday from the Vampire Interpreter or Redhead Vixen. See, he's got the paints. Very important. Get the paints. The good stuff. Yeah, sorry, I'm full of shit tonight. I don't know why. But anyway, let's get back to Asylum Fracture. Chris, how you doing? You were off the week before, and you were off. Who are
Hey,
you? Who are
hey.
you playing?
I'm Chris. I am playing Fiona the Witch. And yeah, I'm back. Healthy, fresh,
There.
chip, happy. Healthier. Let's say healthier. That's a very good thing. I mean, I am holding a comb in my hand. Yeah, where was I? I'm playing Fiona the Witch, a third generation heartborn witch on a quest to find the evil within the heart and vanquish it.
He means me.
Yeah.
Yeti, how are you? You were here last time. You graced us with your presence, although your name has been taken.
I am happy to be Yeti, and I have no cryptid identity crisis whatsoever. I'll be playing Azal the Knoll, and it is my mission to peacefully retire in the heart because I think the outside world sucks. After almost having been killed by a very strange god last time, that was being worshipped by an even stranger cult, I'm not so convinced that the heart is the place to retire after all.
Probably not. And Talus, Tim.
Hi, I'm Tim. Edorf 67 around most of the socials and stuff. I am playing Talus, the Godforker. So
The Godfolker.
He is the Godforker. If you don't know what that is, then go back and watch the last episode on YouTube, because he fucked a god up.
Yep.
True and well.
So,
And we also have Taya, who's playing Whisper in the Bleak Night. She's unfortunately not feeling well tonight. She is in the chat, so if you're here, you can say hello. If you're not here, terrible, bad on you. Leave a comment on YouTube. And the Sky on Tune, played by Lucas, who will be here after the break because daylight savings time gave him a kick in the nuts. And without further ado, if my players are ready, we shall begin. Last time, as Fiona and the Sky Untuned disappeared when the heart had another flux, without a trace. And being the caring people they are, the other three decided to go on without them. They encountered the remnants of a Knoll incursion team that had been more adversely affected by the heart than they had been, who subsequently attacked them. Escaping that with their lives, they reached their destination and killed a god with a fork, as you do. From there, reality once again hit. And reality once again hit. And things went bad for Whisper. She spoke to the angel who's at the moment attacking the heart. And suddenly, a tavern appeared, an inn. And a very tall, dark, scary looking gentleman stepped out and asked where the fuck they'd landed this time. And that's where we'll start now. The man standing the door of this inn that just appeared before you. He looks down as he towers, well, maybe not towers above you, but he's at least as tall as Talus. And he sees Whisper on the floor and walks to help her, and I have screwed something up there. God damn it. Because of my camera. I'm in Egypt. Apologies. Yeah. And goes to help her. And as he does, you all hear the voice of the angel. A laugh. Not yet. And there's a clap. Like thunder rolls through the air. And Whisper disappears into the ground. Suddenly soft and then hard again. Talus, Azza?
Alice will go definitely charging to the spot where Whisper is and see what's up around otherwise.
The ground is as if nothing's happened to it. It is solid. No sign that she was there. Azza?
I'm completely dumbfounded. I mean, after all the things that we saw earlier today, I mean, I know the heart is a weird place, but having seen what happened to the three gnolls this morning, that has quite shaken me. And now I'm not trusting my eyes very much at this moment. And I really feel the need to touch and investigate and make sure that my senses are not playing tricks on me. I'm quite distressed, and I literally snuffle around in the corners and try and figure out where she went. This is bad. I don't like this. What do the bees say?
The bees are more interested in the tavern and the man than they are in where Whisper is going.
That's failing me too. How can the bees not have realized what just happened? How aren't they missing Whisper? What's wrong here? This place sucks.
And Callus has probably dug a little bit, trying to see, maybe there's a trap door or something. He's okay. He'll eventually head over to the tavern and see if maybe she's there, since it's only a little bit away.
Before you do that, the man standing, his voice is very much deeper than mine. Melodic with a kind of metallic twang to it. Who might you be?
Who are we? Who are you? And what's wrong with your throat?
I am Roderick of Avicea. Most call me the Bard. And there's nothing wrong with my throat. This was the payment to save my world. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be enough to have kept me there. And again, who might you be?
Apologies. I am a bit out of sorts. I am Azal Dwin, and this is my. Well,
hello.
I was going to say my guide, but I think at this point, this is my friend Talus.
And her guide, hopefully through the heart here.
Welcome, Azal. Welcome.
Have you seen I will describe a elf with ragged clothes and a scarf.
I have not. I've just... There's something been pulling on the Wanderer for a couple of days. And as he says that, you feel another tug of reality. I want an Endure Occult, please, from both of you.
And your occult coming right up.
There we go.
Whew.
We're getting used to
They're
this
good
now.
rolls. That's not bad. And again, this seems to be happening more and more. More frequently, as you feel reality bend and twist again. This time, there's no real ill effect, but you see the colours and the.
As soon as it starts, I will attempt to grab onto Azal, just to make sure we're in contact.
Oh, in case
Somebody disappears again.
that is clever, yes. No one disappears
Thank
this
you.
time. Roderick looks at you both, and you see on his throat the cords and cables are moving, slithering, going through.
Yep.
Perhaps you can tell me more of your world here. Would you care for a drink? And he turns and walks into the tavern.
I look at Talus. Would be good, wouldn't it?
A drink would be good, but I'm afraid if this thing moves and jumps and just appears like he seems to, where will we be?
Oh.
We have to
Oh.
get back to the. We have to return to the Van Orst and let them know that we've taken care of their problem.
That's very true indeed. What do we do?
Well, we can at least hopefully pop in. We'll ask if it's safe.
I mean, you're much better at assessing this risk. I'll trust your judgment on this. If you think we shouldn't,
Well, I'll walk up to. Well, let's just at least. I'll walk up to the door. How long do we have before your bar leaves?
Usually the Wanderer stays for a day and then leaves.
Oh.
But after she died and came back, who knows? I've never been to this world before. The only other world I've been to is London.
that place again.
London.
Only once. That is where I got my gift.
You know a doctor. Have my notes up. Damn it. Can't remember the doctor's name.
I mean,
We were told about London from a beast who was mechanical.
I have come across creatures of that type before. Please come. I'll fix you a drink. Unfortunately, my staff is no longer with us, and I have yet to hire new. Please.
Oh,
I'm worried about us being taken with your bar, or the Wanderer, when she decides to leave.
I will know when it's time to leave, when it's time for her to leave, and I will make sure you are taken nowhere against your will.
Well,
please.
then I will take a
Please
double
do.
and walks in.
As you walk in, you see Ari sitting on the bar.
Oh,
And Roderick looks and says, "We have another guest." Fionn, You wake up in a bed. It's very comfortable, downy feather pillow. Blankets which are a little bit rough, but not very. The room smells of lilac. Through the window, it seems like beams of sunlight are coming through.
I'm gonna sit up a bit startled. I don't quite yet understand where I am or what's going on. Wasn't I just with the others?
Yes, you were.
Uh,
Ari's not here.
I get up and I frantically search the room I'm in, if Ari's hiding somewhere.
The room is, to you, the Chris, you, it's a very typical sort of fantasy tavern, and it's not a terribly large room, but very nice. From below, you can hear voices, and you think maybe the clink of armor.
Yeah, I'll rush out of the room, head downstairs, see what's going on. It is quite frightening.
You two hear the soft footsteps come running down the stairs. Ari gives a whoo. And Roderick swears, I really wish people would wait for a fucking invite. He's already poured you a double of some fairly thick looking whiskey, Talus. And you, my friend, Azal, was it? You seem to have
Yes.
a very interesting makeup about you.
Thank you. You might say that.
I don't think I've ever met anyone quite like you.
Well, if you're not from this place, I wouldn't know how likely it might be to meet my kind.
We have many creatures in the Vachand. I have met many different races, many different types, all different kinds of magic. I know the lore of places I've never seen, but someone with bees, a hive as part of you, I can
Oh,
feel
yes.
them in my bones. I can feel the thrum. And you can tell that the bees here, they see something in not only the tavern, but in the man himself. This order and structure, the tavern has been created, but the man, there's something very special about him there. He seems a lot calmer than you might think for someone, turning up in a new world. But he also has a travelling tavern. Fionn, you see Ari standing on the bar. You see Talus and Azal. And you
Alice
see
will be offering Ari a drink from his cup.
Pretty sure Ari takes it. And
Then
who
I'll
might
open
you
up my
be?
armor, give it some to Talia, and finish the rest myself.
Tadia takes it as a hair of dog. And who might you be?
Fuck is this?
Oh,
Fionn,
How did we get here?
where's
where
Sky?
did you come from?
Wait a minute. You didn't bring me here?
No,
We
we've
just-
arrived ourselves.
And we came through that door, not down the stairs.
But I was with you. I was with you, and then I was.
Yes, both you and Sky disappeared on us.
I was here. I was here all along.
Oh,
I
it,
I sit down on the stairs and just start mumbling to myself. I was here.
Lean over to
all,
Az. Are
all
we sure
along.
this is really her?
This is all good
are,
and well. However, I am more than happy to give you respite, but I would like some information in return.
Well, I will provide anything I can for rescuing our friend. Our
I
associate.
did not rescue her. The Wanderer seems to have done that. It is a habit she seems to have gotten into. I hope you're not as much trouble as the last one.
Well, I'm hoping that we can leave soon and finish what we need to do.
I hope I can too. So, what is the name of this place?
We are on our way to the pits.
The Pits.
The
yeah,
Vegas, Vega Pits, which is.
I'm not sure if this place really has so much of a name, does it? I mean, this is
I
clearly
thought it-
not the Machines of Dust anymore.
What is the name of this land?
Oh,
We are in the
does it
heart,
mean the heart?
The Heart. It's very
and
interesting.
you are in the vast glory of the Vermisian.
The Vermisian is not a term I know. However, it seems like one
It
I'd
is
like
the-
to.
It's the greatest railroad system throughout the many worlds.
A railroad. I have heard of that. So,
But have you heard of the heart?
not particularly, no.
The spire, then.
There are many spires.
The huge city that where the Alfia live. Oh, come on. I mean, I don't expect you to have heard of Almara because nobody ever has down here, but
What do you mean down here? Are we underground?
of course we are.
In a sense,
Interesting.
the heart leads to many places, whatever you desire.
Fionn, you feel the heart resonating. As you woke up, it was just after this last flux, and a slight tinge of pain. Not yours, not Addie's, but the heart's.
I let out a startled gasp. Something. Where are we?
You're in the Wanderer. It is my tavern. It is a place of welcome, of respect.
Where's the faceless man?
I do not know any.
Where's the faceless man?
He wasn't here.
I woke up alone.
You mean Sky? Did you check any of the other rooms? Roderick, I believe you said your name was. Is anybody else here?
Not to the best of my knowledge.
Would you be opposed if we go look in your other rooms? I would
Please feel
only
free.
looking for our friend.
If you find anyone, please let me know. And if you see the damned cat, tell it food's ready.
I will do so. And Alice will go upstairs searching for Sky.
I will join him if he's all right with that, because I don't trust this place very much. Who knows what you can find if Fionn just got kidnapped here.
Fionn, Roderick looks at you. You seem to be touched. You're connected to this bird, are you? This Ari.
One.
Sorry? Didn't hear you, mate.
We are one.
Interesting.
We are not connected. She is me, and And I'm her.
What can you tell me of this place? What is this place? Where am I? Where are we?
It's a lot of things. It's darkness.
I
Evil.
know darkness well. Evil. I thought I'd had enough dealing with evil.
But it's not the place. It's a place.
The Wanderer, as far as I was told by its maker, occupies every place all at the one time. And that's why it jumps around. It can't stay, can't make its presence felt for too long. But it's never been here. I don't feel the power flux as I do in my own, where this is different.
The what?
Power flux. It has different names in different places. One place I was in even called it some kind of net.
I slowly walk over to Ari.
The wings beat slightly.
Who are you again?
It bows slightly. I am Roderick of Avicea. I am the bard, the keeper of lore. There are other things you could call me, but I don't think any of them are relevant. You can hear in his voice this deep thrum. It's something when he speaks. You know, when you have the heart song calling, his voice resonates with the heart. There's something in tune with it.
What do you want from us?
I don't want anything. I want to know where I am. I want to hopefully return to somewhere I know. You arrived in a bed in my inn. Your friends arrived at the same place I did. One of them disappeared in front of us. There was a voice. A voice like something I wish I'd never heard before.
Who disappeared?
A woman.
Okay. And there was no man without a face. I saw him. He was here with us.
Unfortunately, my friend, I have seen no one. Talis, Azal, where are you going?
I was headed
stairs?
upstairs to check the rooms, opening each door. I don't know how many rooms might be up there.
There's about 6 rooms, various sizes. All are in good keep. The beds are all made, except the one that Fionn got out of. All similarly furnished. The walls have stones on them that seem to glow in the darkness.
But they're all empty.
They're all empty.
You just said that when Fionn woke up, she saw daylight.
Through the
We
window,
don't see
yes.
that, do we?
No.
So did Fionn wake up before we got here?
As
Well,
you
we don't know what she saw, so.
That's true. Metagaming. Bad. Bad.
So I will eventually go back downstairs and either listen to the rest of Fion's conversation and then I'll go, nobody's up there, so.
Have you checked
Sure.
the cellar? Please feel free to do so. He's walking about checking things behind the bar.
The cellar? Why? Okay.
You wish to look. It wouldn't be the first time something's hidden down there. Now, what would you like? What do you wish to know of me? How can I perhaps? And as he says that, the ground begins to shake.
Oh no.
The walls shudder. The glasses fall from the shelves. Fuck.
Should we run?
I don't
Get out of here. Yeah.
that will do any good. Listen. And if you give
Listen.
me, please, why do I always forget? Bum, 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 bum. If you give me a discern wild, please.
Wild. That's a crit. Excuse me.
You're excused.
That's a standard.
A standard roll, yeah. So we get 1 taking stress. If you want to take 4 stress, please. 2.
4.
Yes. 4 echo stress.
So wait.
The dice are behaving quite differently from last round.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
And give me a fallout check. You take minor echo fallout.
Okay.
You... And I'm going to look again because I'm always stupid and didn't write any down. Because I wanted this one. Do you have echo protection?
I think I do. Yep, +1.
Right, you get +1. So you no longer have echo protection for the moment, and also get rid of all of your echo stress.
Okay.
You feel the heart vibrating. You can hear footsteps, thumping, thundering footsteps coming towards you.
I will run towards the entrance to at least look out.
You look out and you see a massive creature. The body is somewhat bear-like. The head is crowned with antlers. It's crushing all the wildlife, all the plant life round about. And it's heading right towards the Wanderer.
How large is this for scope? 40, 50, excuse me, I'll have to convert to meters. In
Oh yeah, I'm British.
10 meters?
Yeah, probably about 10 meters tall.
Yeah.
You can see that although there's some fur, there's also scales. And it looks to be coming with purpose towards you.
I'll turn around to Roderick and say, is this place got something defensive or some other weapons that we can start? Or we got to get going.
He smiles at
Coming
you.
right here.
Yes, it has defences. And he walks past you. He stands. The thing's getting closer and closer. And you hear his voice say, "Stop." And when you hear it, your whole body shudders. It doesn't hurt, but you know that if you were doing something that he didn't like, you would stop. This creature stops in front of him. The strange look. "Be gone." And it hesitates and turns. And Fionn, you can feel the heart. This is a heart's blood creature. You have a certain affinity with it, and you feel its fear as it begins to run away. Roderick
Okay.
turns. That was rather tiring. Please tell me more of this place. What exactly is that creature? And are there more of them?
Oh, yes, you're in the heart. That's a heart's creature.
What is the heart?
The heart is everything down here. It connects to every place, every existence. The Vermisian runs through it all. It's a
Somewhat
grand
like the Wanderer. Explain this for missing to me.
It is a. It was built by the gods to connect the worlds. It was originally meant to help power the Spire, and due to the corruption and evil of the Alfir and the Council, it caused it to crack, and now it is somewhat wild.
It is the same story in every world. It always comes down to something like this. And are you looking to fix this?
I am looking to finish the mission I was given, which is to find out information on London, which you seem to be aware of.
I've
And
been
where
to
these
London once.
creatures. Oh, that's more than us.
It was a place of darkness and noise. And for me, quite a bit of pain. It is not somewhere that I would think you would want to visit.
Never heard of it, but these creatures that are being turned into mechs are mechanical anomalies or amalgamation. I don't know how to explain it because they warp and mutate.
I wish
This
my
is-
friends were here. They might be able to help you more with this. This is lore beyond my ken.
It's quite fascinating. Fionn, do you remember the doctor's name that did this when we interrogated that mutt?
No, no. I don't know. No, I can't think of it. I'm a bit. I'm confused.
Roderick, when you say your friends, why are they not here? Were they traveling with you? Did the house lose them? You said you had staff. Where did those go? Do they disappear the way our friends disappeared? The way the woman disappeared just when we first saw you?
No. My friends. In my world, we had to face something. The Cassian. That is why I was given my gift in order to help defeat it. And my friends.
Oh,
What's your what gift? Gift? You said I have what? You said something about me as well, didn't you?
No.
I've been touched.
Yes. You have.
Have you?
I did not touch you, no.
No. But you have a gift. Is that what you meant with I've been touched?
No. My gift is different. My world also had something tearing it apart. And nothing. The count of time was stopping. And my friends and I, we stopped it. My staff, unfortunately. 2 of them died in London. 1 had to be left behind. And another was murdered before we were able to finish. But that is enough about me. Maybe one day you can find out my tale. But for now, I think maybe, perhaps you should be on your way. Or you can stay and see where the Wanderer takes us.
oh no, thank you. No.
We have a mission we must accomplish. I thank you for the drink and for
the information.
bringing us our friend.
Talus, you can get rid of 1d4 mind stress from the alcohol you took, you drank.
I just have to find out where that is and which window I have open. There we go. 1d4 mind stress?
Yeah,
that
get
wasn't
rid of
an
it.
issue.
Okay, there you go. Roderick gives you, each of you, a bottle of, what do you call it? Emotion whiskey, we'll call it. It's a resource, 1d6 mind.
Why, thank you so much.
The least I can do. If we cross paths again, maybe we can share more information. As I said, you're more than welcome to stay. I have a feeling the Wanderer won't be leaving your heart anytime soon. I think there's something I have to do here.
Yes, and I hope your plan to destroy this evil you were after happens to you.
We did. We did. And we paid the price for it.
But before we leave, what is your relationship to this wanderer?
I am the proprietor of the Wanderer.
The house is the wanderer?
Yes.
And
Have
he
you
live-
always been the proprietor? Did you buy it? Was it given to you?
It was given to me. By someone I thought I knew.
By chance,
Oh.
is it bigger on the inside?
No, but I do know that reference.
That
The things I learned
tells
in
me
London.
around.
Although you were missing in the heart. If it is everything and everywhere, and the Wanderer is everywhere at once, perhaps they are not so different.
The heart is, well, as much as a blessing as a curse.
I know the
But
feeling.
you must be careful what you wish for.
Yes. A concept I am terribly familiar with. I wish you luck in finding your friends.
Thank you, Roderick. That means a lot. I guess we need it.
Should we meet again, hopefully it will be under more stable circumstances.
Yes, agreed. To future visit. Have a good. We should be on our way then.
As you walk
Toward the
out,
vil-
you see a small rat-like woman, wide-brimmed hat, pushing a trolley. Want any weapons?
No, but I thank you for that fork you gave us last time.
I don't sell forks, I sell weapons. Best weapons in the heart. Oh, can I get a drink around here? Roderick smiles. Welcome to the Wanderer. And they both disappear in the door.
Head in the direction I believe Vegas pits.
The landscape has changed a bit. The magic that Whisper had used, that shortened your journey, has been flipped again.
Oh no.
And once you're past the Wanderer, and you come out of this small forest, which had sprung up around that had sprung up around the machines of dust, you find yourself again in a desolate area. The desolation seems somewhat more bloody than it was before. Did you ever see any of the artwork from the old War of the Worlds, where the crows were eating at the insides of the machines, and they were pecking it out, and it was blood and flesh, and that is what this looks like.
Picking out the flesh of what was once machines.
No, it's the land seems to be this. The machines of dust are behind you.
No, I'm trying to get the image in my head you were giving.
Okay, see your background. It looks a little bit like your background, but much more meaty. And dotted throughout it, you see black birds with Chris's face making that face. Black birds seem massive, pecking away at it. There's no sign of the bridge that you passed or the ravine where the gnome incursion team was left.
So basically, it's a flesh ground and birds are picking at it. Yeah.
Basically.
But I know
Tell us what
direction.
happened. Where is this? Have we
I'm
jumped
unsure.
again?
It shifts sometimes when there's a event. It ripples through, and killing of that god. They have changed things.
Oh, this is really.
Fucked
This
up.
I had no idea of this place. I could not have imagined anything like this.
Would your bees be willing to look around, make sure there's nothing too bad?
Well, that they will be. And
Or how are
So I
they
guess-
feeling?
I guess if they're happy to, I'd like to send them scout.
Give me a discern desolate, please.
Yes. Do I get mastery for that?
Is that from the...
From the many eyes.
Yes, you do then.
Oof. That's a failure, I'm afraid.
That is indeed. And you as well can take 3 echo stress, please.
Mm-hmm.
And give me a fallout check.
Mm-hmm.
No fallout.
Okay.
The bees become somewhat agitated at this landscape. They're showing you in their so hexagonal vision how this flesh seems to roil and roll. One of these large bird creatures picks one of the bees up, snaps it up and eats it. And you just get the feeling of the crunch, and it's gone. The bees aren't able to find anything that be in any way helpful. They don't see anything that sticks out. It seems like you need to trudge through it.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing, Talus. It's just all the same. It doesn't make any sense to the bees or me.
Bjorn, does the heart tell you possibly where? I can try to sense them, but we're not really in the Vermisian too clearly.
I can try communing with it, but it's painful. I take out my the bow of my fiddle, and I would like to touch a bit of that fleshy mass after cutting myself open and use magic to feel where we are and in what direction we have to move.
Do you need to roll for that, or is it? Do you just take stress?
I would like to roll for it.
What's the skill? What's the ability?
I'm trying to use magic in general.
Yes. Oh, magic in general. Then
Yeah.
please. All right. Okay. Sorry. We talked about this. I apologize. Then give me a discern occult, please.
Okay. Standard?
Yes.
Or... Okay. Critical success.
There we go.
Ooh.
Very good. Then you cut yourself with this what do you call it? The bow of your fiddle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the arrow takes off from your shoulder and circles and pecks at the blood that you just drew, and then pecks at the flesh as your hand sinks into it. You get a quick vision of people in pain, of things being cut open. And then you see a clear pathway as if it's lit up from underneath going forward. Ari strikes out, flowing over it. Give me... Do you have... do you have the... what do you call it? The macros open? No, Chris, I don't think he did it last time. I'll do it for you just now because it's faster. There you go. Let's do... Oh no, sorry, it goes up one. Apologies. Yeah, roll the dice. We'll add them together. So you take 6 from the delve. I think you had... Hold on. Apologies for this again. Because... Yeah, okay. Ari is able to lead you all the way. It's a trek that's, as you walk through this, your feet are sinking into the flesh, and at times your boots are being sucked into it and making that sound. Ari is every so often flying off and nipping at the flesh and eating it. After a time, you sleep once or twice. You make the Vega pits without any danger. Not danger, without any incidents of note. Sometimes you had to fight off these blackbirds or whatever. Maybe one of you fell down a hole, but nothing that would have slowed you down. So let's say it took you 3 days to get there. In the morning of the 3rd day, you start to smell the burning flesh of the pits. See the buildings raising out. The palace in the centre. And round about the outskirts, you see destruction. And you can feel the passage of angels. Not like the angel that was speaking to Whisper, but angels of the heart. They had something to do here, and they did it. And at least maybe a quarter of the buildings have been torn apart. And you see the body of one of these angels. A giant red beast with the flesh that you're walking on as armour round about it. And an onyx core, you see the face and the fingers. It's just not matte, so a kind of shiny black stone. No features. In armour, the helmet, breastplate and everything made out of this flesh, and it's lying there, smoke rising up off its body. And I think now is a good time to go to break. If everyone's okay with that.
Sure.
Dun dun dun. Okay.
Right. We will be back in a few moments. Remember to check out ttrptheatre.com and also on YouTube. You can find us, although for some reason it's Old Curtis VO at the moment, but it's still TTRP Theatre. And have a look on Twitter and join our Discord. I think Tim should do Discord, and we'll also put link to Danny Ware's Amazon page because she is the author who made Roderick and the Wanderer and several other amazing things. You should check them out. We will see you in 5 minutes or so. Bye. And welcome back to Asylum Fracture. We are lucky enough to have the Sky Untuned back with us. Lucas, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Time zones are a bit strange in the heart. But
Yes, tends to fuck us all up. But yeah, so we left Talis, Azal and Fionn standing outside of the Vega pits, witnessing the destruction wrought by some angels. And we are now going to go back a little bit in time to when the Sky Untuned disappears. One moment standing with the rest of them, their new eye, blinking, and then reality changes, and the Sky Untuned finds themselves hanging in a room in darkness.
It's pitch black, the room.
Black.
Okay, I'll try and channel my fire of the Red King to have any light source.
Well,
Just
you can do that, no problem. Just you conjure a light source. You can see you're in a very threadbare room with large stone bricks going through. It looks like some kind of not dungeon, but maybe like a room in a castle. Again, from some sort of fantasy story that's just sitting there. Just not sitting there. Oh my god, that is so screwed up. Yeah. So, you know when you see these old castles in fantasy stories, these massive big stones, and it's just an empty room, and you are hanging from the ceiling, and there's a noose around your neck, but it's not tightening.
How high am I?
You are maybe 3 meters above the floor.
Okay, that's jumpable, I think. Sky will begin to use the fire, the light source, and burn the noose straight from his neck, and make everything possible to just tumble and redirect the force.
Give me an endure. Warren.
I'll give you a straight roll.
Fair enough.
Let's go. Oh, that's a fail.
That is a fail. And you can take 4. Sorry, mate. 4 blood.
No,
stress.
it's okay. Blood stress. Okay.
Blood stress, and give me a follow check, please.
Let's go. Okay.
No, I need to redo it.
What?
You need to click away from it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You take
minor fault.
You are limping as you stave your leg as you land. So anything involving movement for the moment will be risky. As you land and you stumble, the door creaks open and you hear a laugh. I just couldn't wait. A little bird told me that you might not make it back, and you see the little mechanical bird from the gentleman sitting on Tifa Van Ost's shoulder. And you do owe me.
Yeah, but couldn't you just, like, I don't know, not hang me?
That wasn't me. I simply wished for what was mine. And one of these things that has been happening recently, which we really have to do something about. I need to speak to my brother. So, but now you're here, and as the little bird says, and their hand comes onto it, and you hear one of the gears in the wing crack. The little bird told me that you might not return, and I wished for it, and I was given it because I deserve the things I want.
Sure. Why would you trust this fucking bird? The gentlemen are just, they don't think smartly, let's say.
The gentlemen are what they are. They can be both feral and clever, of course. As I'm sure you know, as you've met them in a couple of their forms, I think. However, they owe us as well. That scroll that you gave my brother, that was a promise. And I don't think we're quite ready to give the door yet. At least not until I have got what you owe me. Are we ready to find out who you are? The sky untuned.
Sky will remain silent for the time being.
Tifa smiles at you. Please, come with me. She reaches out a hand to help you up.
Okay. I'll follow, but my head is a million kilometers an hour. I'm thinking, what can I do here?
The bird starts to say something to you in its ticking voice. And Tifa says, "Shush now," and clicks her fingers. And the bird falls apart into tiny mechanical pieces. That's quite enough out of them. So, Sky, tell me how much you remember. When did your mask join your face like that?
First of all, let's stop calling it a mask, please.
Apologies. You are Elfier, are you not?
I think so, yes. At least the ears tell me so.
I think so. That tells me a little bit more of what I wish to know. How long were you in the Spire? Do you remember? Do you remember your parents?
I remember being born and not in the spire, but closer to the heart. And I remember not having anyone for ever.
I see. Please, this way. You walk past several doorways. The carpet is lush and red. You can hear lots of busyness going on behind the rooms. You hear people working, things being pushed along. You hear people shouting and arguing. But everything's very ornate and very beautifully done. And as you come to the end of this corridor, she opens double doors, and inside there's a chair like at the dentist's. Well, for us, it'd be a dentist. For you to sit in, with straps at the arms. There's a short man wearing a white scarf over his face, and a white tunic, which is pristine. Please, come sit. Sit.
Who's
Ready for the procedure?
who's this?
This is my assistant. He will help us in uncovering who
No
exactly you
assistance.
are.
No assistance. The deal was with you, not
Yes.
not anyone else.
Please. He will
No.
be leaving shortly. He's just going to make sure you're comfortable in the chair, and then I promise he will be gone. You have my word. Please,
Um,
come.
I'll I'll reach for my pocket, but messing around, I'll just I'll take a slice of that goo and put in the coat of this guy and say "Sky Untuned" and try to shake his hand.
The goo? What goo? What was the
The black goo
what did that do?
from
Yeah, but that was doing something. What did it do? I've forgotten.
it's just harmful occult. I'll just try and see if it burns him. I don't want him here.
Oh yes, it burns him.
Okay.
You see him shriek in pain until Tifa silences him, and he stops, and you can see the pain still in his eyes, but he doesn't make to leave. Please sit down.
While he's at it, I'll just make myself comfortable at the fucking dentist chair.
He comes over and fastens the fasteners on your arms and your legs, and he's doing it very quickly and rushed and fingers shaking. Thank you. And he see that he's still in pain. He's burning through, but he's doing his best not to show it. And Tiva looks at him. You may go. And he just about runs out of the door. In this room, there's round the walls, there's workbenches with various beakers and pipettes, and you see some chemicals. You see an animal cut open, so vivisected. Now, Sky, are we ready? I promise you, afterwards there will be no pain.
He's quiet. They're quiet.
Give me Enduro Occult, please.
Yes. Let me just see something here. Okay. Nah. Okay. I'll just roll. Endure Occult.
Please.
Okay. Standard.
Standard.
Okay. That's a failure.
That is a failure. Take 3 mind stress as...
Oh. Okay.
Get your sheet open here. And a fallout test, please.
No fallout.
No fallout. Tifa looks into your eyes. The one for smoking, normal one, and the one that has appeared. And you feel pain going into your mind. It feels like there's a scalpel going into it.
Mm-hmm.
It starts to, you see the images of your time coming up from the center of the heart, or to from the near the heart, working your way up the spiral, the things you had to do there, all the magic that you were exposed to, the people you had to deal with, all these things kind of flit around in front of your mind until you see yourself lying on the floor in a pristine white room, a chair not unlike the one you're sitting on now behind you. And it stops. Well, that went faster than expected. How do you feel, Sky?
I'll touch my face. Is my face there?
Yes, still there.
I thought you were digging a little deeper.
Oh, we will go deeper. Please, just try and relax. And give me another endure cult, please.
Okay. Oh, success at a cost.
Okay, this time you take 5 mind stress,
Uh-huh.
please.
Before doing a fallout, could I try and warp reality and change places with Tifa?
You can. It's a dangerous roll, though.
But I roll with mastery.
Yep, still dangerous, though. So you roll
Yep.
however many dice it is you roll, and then you take 2 away.
Okay. This is a spell. What do I roll?
I would say it would be compel occult.
Compel occult. Okay. Fuck.
Okay, so first of all, then give me the fallout,
Fallout?
please, for that.
Okay. Minor.
You take minor mind fallout, and that will be the persistence of these memories, the pain of these memories.
Okay.
And that'll be ongoing, and that will make any roll to do with avoiding that sort of thing risky. And you will also take 1 echo stress.
So I don't take echo.
You don't. Okay, you don't
I
take
have.
echo. Did you clear
Yeah.
all of your mind stress as well?
No, I did.
Yes.
Almost.
Okay, so you got back. You have the 1 echo protection. No more mind stress. Excellent. You see yourself again lying on this floor, and you hear screams coming from other places, kind of far off. You hear people talking. And the child, have you finished your work on him? On them? You don't hear the answer. Excellent. And they're from what world did you say? Very good, very good. And you hear a door creak open. What are you doing on the floor? And then you're back. And Tifa's laughing. You really should not try things like that. We're getting further. These people are interesting. Are they your parents?
What would be the fun if I didn't try?
Yes. I would be disappointed, perhaps.
End this now, please.
You can feel. You've always been quite in tune with the heart. And as this is happening, you begin to call out without meaning to, for the heart calling for help. And you've been doing it kind of subconsciously since this started. And now you hear a whisper of yes. And Tifa stops smiling. Give me another risky endure occult, please.
Yep. Yay!
Yeah.
Finally.
This time Tifa tries to bore into your mind. And you see again you on the floor and the door opening. But you don't see it as you being on the floor, you see it looking from above. And you see your face on, and you see the fresh wounds of it being attached on top of whatever else, where your face that was under it, or maybe it's just been moved. And the people that come in, it's a man and a woman, both wearing white coats. I see that that it's woken up. Where did we find this one again? And you hear the spire. It's in one of those worlds that we haven't quite broken through to yet. I think we can make use of this one. Send them back. Finish up your work here, and then dump them where we found them. And everything goes black. And Tifa staggers. It wasn't very nice being you there, I have to admit. So we know a little bit more. How about we take a little break for the moment? Freshen up. Then we'll come back. The rest of you. You are standing outside the Vega pits. One dead angel lying from the destruction part of the town. The smell of flesh, the smell of destruction reaching your noses. What do you want to do?
I look
So, Mr.
at
Yeti.
Talus. I look at Talus and say, "What's happened here?"
I'm unsure. Let's go see if we can figure this out. And he will somewhat move quickly along and head towards the Acacia brothel and cards, hoping maybe he can get some information there.
It is standing, but it
That's
is
good.
broken. You see Agatha sitting out front. And she's...
Are you all right, Agatha?
I am not all right, no.
What happened? I see a body of an angel.
I think the Van Orths have gone too far. What did you do with them?
They asked us to...
Where is the girl?
When
Where is Whisper in the Bleak Night? What has happened to her?
she just disappeared on us. We were hoping she had headed back here or got back to the pits somehow. So we are looking for her. I was headed here hoping maybe she had returned here.
No.
Quite literally, she just was there and then vanished. Like something, gone.
This has been happening too often recently. Do you know why this place would be attacked? It has been a safe haven for a long time.
Well, in order to get access to this door, Van Orst requested a favor.
What was this favor?
To slay a god.
Which one?
The machine god.
That old fool. He couldn't get it up if he tried. He's of no use to anyone. Well, she is a madam. Come on. Did you kill him?
I forked him up good.
Well, you did well, young Talus. He's a thorn in everyone's side. His believers thinking that he dreams the heart into being. It's foolishness.
I don't think you have to worry about any of them anymore.
I doubt, however, the heart would send its agents to destroy the Vega pits because of him.
Yeah, I didn't think so. That's why I was hoping you could tell us. said the Van Orst went too far. In what way?
I don't know. They are not ones that I usually wish to deal with. Where's your other friend? The pretty one.
That is the one you were talking about.
No, with the silver face.
Oh. He disappeared with when Fionn and him poofed away. I'll explain the whole
disappearances.
story. But we found Fionn. Or I should say the Wanderer found her.
The Wanderer. I did not expect to hear that name here.
You know the Wanderer, but he said he'd never been to the Heart.
But the Wanderer is the bar, I thought.
The Wanderer is the bar. The Bard has indeed never been to the Heart. The Wanderer has, though. The Wanderer has existed before the Bard took proprietorship.
Well, we got a drink there. It was pretty good. I feel much better afterwards. But we did find Fionn, and
Perhaps we could share that drink one time. However, we need to find out what's going on here. I cannot leave the congregation.
well, we were headed up to the Van Orst to deliver to get our part of the bargain.
Make sure that you do. Do not let them exert their power over you. They are not as strong as they think they are here.
I will keep that in mind. And the rest will too.
If Chris stops eating.
I'm going to have Chris do ASMR eating.
Yes. That's it.
Jelly beans are super delicious.
They are indeed. They are.
I'm sorry.
Best food in the world. No, you're not.
And
Tell lies.
I'm not sorry, but they're
Exactly.
addictive.
True. But for that, we will return to the sky untuned.
Alice will eventually be heading towards the Van Orst.
Yeah. You
With the
take your
rest of
time. The three of you will pick your way through the city. If anything is to turn up, I'll let you know. But time has to pass for Sky first. You sleep. You're fed. The pain in your mind recedes a little. And you're taken back to the chair.
Between this interval from going back to the chair, I want to plant the mushroom that I have in the most obscure corner of my bedroom.
Yeah, there's a couple of dark nooks where you're able to place it. Maybe even a little bit of moisture.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So are we ready to go again, Sky?
Just a second. I'll sacrifice. I'll not sacrifice, but I'll cut my hand and let it bleed a little onto the mushroom.
Mm-hmm.
As I think that will be a great signal to the heart, basically. If we're being here, now take me out, and I'll follow Tifa.
You get the feeling you do that, and like the boys that had said yes, you feel an upswell of emotion. You do concern, anger that one of the heart's creatures is being messed with in any way.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a call in the distance. But it's very, very far for you. And you're once again put in the chair. And give me a risky would you get
Enduro code.
Yes. Oh, no stress again.
I'm rolling good again. It took me a couple of sessions, but we're back.
Wait a second. Are you doing it again?
Sorry.
Hold on. What? Why? Why did you do it again?
No, I just rolled once.
Okay, no, but it should. Yeah, but it should only be one dice, shouldn't it? Endure cult, you don't have endure. You shouldn't have.
No, but I
mastery.
do have a code, and it's not with mastery.
No?
I'm
Then
rolling
I
2
should've-
dice.
Oh, of course, I'm an idiot. Sorry. Yeah, just ignore me. I'm stupid. Fucking idiot. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so still take no things. Why is this happening? What's going on? Oh my god. Back. Okay. Tifa tries again. This time there's no going back at all. There's no going in to your mind whatsoever.
Mhm.
And she taps your face. This is naughty. You promised to let me know who you are.
It's not my fault. You're bad at it.
She slaps you. Don't be so
Um,
cheeky. Our deal did not include you being able to speak to me like that. If my brother were here,
your brother isn't.
I can call him here in a moment. I don't need him to this for me. I'm just saying he would not tolerate it.
And you lose your deal.
I think I can extract what I need from you once you're dead. However, let us try this one last time. And give me, once again, Enduro Cult. Last time.
Okay. Risky, right?
Risky.
Wow.
Take 5 mind stress.
No problem. I want to. This time, I want to just burn the chair.
You want to burn the chair. First of all, mind
I
stress
want to burn. Yeah.
and fallout check.
Okay.
And we'll see if you can burn the chair.
No fault.
You feel the pain as she goes searching, but she's not able to break her way through into your memories again. And she swears. And what are we going to roll for burning the chair? Words
I think. I can just attack the chair with Fire of the Red King
Yeah.
if you want.
Yep. But it gets ranged time. Just dash this. Okay, then give me a roll of. It would be kill Haven for a chair.
Okay. And I roll with mastery, right?
Yes.
Is this standard or risky or
Standard.
dangerous?
Standard. It's not to do with mind.
Okay.
There you go. And I think your stress dice goes up once for it, so it's what, a d6?
Yeah.
Yeah, so roll stress, please.
Mm-hmm. 1.
You get the flame going in your hand, but the wood, I don't know if it's damp or something, maybe the sitting around, maybe it's been treated, but it doesn't quite take the flame. But you do manage to send one of the restraints holding your hand.
I'll hope she's caught by surprise and just take a shot at her with the fire.
Then roll, please.
Kill Haven. Is that?
No, you can give me a kill of cult for this, please.
Yes. 1 more dice.
There we go. And stress, please.
Yep. D6, right?
Yep. There we go.
Now we're talking.
Your flame. Well, describe to me what happens. How do you hit her?
So, she's probably taken aback by the fact that the chair suddenly caught on. One of the strips caught on fire, and I'll just use my right hand and snap my fingers, and a column of fire will take her from the ground up.
Okay. The fire bursts out from underneath her, and you see her clothes start to tinge, but her skin doesn't take any damage. It doesn't blister or anything. She looks kind of shocked and steps back. The flame goes out. That is very, very naughty, Sky. Do not. She just takes a deep breath. So, perhaps I've been a little hard on you. If you let me take the knowledge that I need, there's no need for any harm to come to anyone.
I'm just remembering two things now. You said you want to get to know me, and you're taking advantage by the fact that you already did that once, and you couldn't get all your information. So, and I started taking my strip.
Because you fought against it.
I don't care, and I'll strike her again. She's talking to me, and I'll take advantage.
Roll.
Critical success.
Oh, so 1d8 for the stress.
Come on. A 4. Okay.
Yeah, but you've already done. So for you knock her back, she's taking it back again, and she screams in rage. You're able to run out if you want, run past her.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
I'll just bolt, and I'll say, "The heart is calling me. Bye bye." And
And as you do so, you hear in the distance the heart answering. And you hear the thump and the thud of these angels. You look out and you see one with this flesh armor, the onyx or the whatever, the face and hands. You see from windows you run past one of these smash out into a house nearby. Another angel you see from the other side through an open door, an open window, whatever. It looks like a giant plant. Thorns coming out of it. Little mushrooms growing everywhere. On the other side of town, also smashing.
Mm-hmm.
And towards the one with the armour, you see Keth Van Orst stride out and begin to fight it.
Okay. He's not looking at me, right?
No, he's going to fight the angel. Please roll evade occult, please.
Sure. Let me take out the mastery because it's just spells. Okay.
You are success at cost. Hold on. Something cold whips by your arm. And take 2 blood stress, please.
Okay.
And fallout test, please. Oh, you're still limping as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
so there should be a risky.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. We'll do it next time. You feel the cold, and behind you, you see Tifa Van Ost striding towards you, her face purple with anger. You will never get your door if you do not come back here right now.
I think a door doesn't equal my sanity. So please take me out, and I will strike her again.
Before you do so, roll endure occult, please.
Endure occult. Mm-hmm. Okay, risky or standard?
Standard. This is not hard trying to get your mind.
That's failure.
Take 4 echo stress, please.
3 with protection. Yep. Okay. Fallout test,
Oh no,
right?
you don't get any echo protection just now, do you? Do you not have that Fallout?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 4. Okay. Ooh, so close.
Major flight, so you can clear all of your stress.
Fuck.
This time, when reality folds again, much like it happened with Whisper, the angel appears in front of you. Not just a voice. It's a massive, at least, 3.5 meters, 4 meters. Its face, the flesh from the cheeks missing. Large, pointed teeth. 2 rows there. Skin is dark red, or missing, maybe might call it. It's broad shouldered. From the back, there are 2 stumps of wings coming out. This is not a heart angel. It's something else. You'll come with me. And puts hand on your shoulder, and you disappear again. Your reality fractures. And we'll get back soon. The 3 of you make your way to the palace. What do you do?
Walk towards the palace to report our success in the mission we were given.
On the way, the houses round about are not as destroyed, but you see a lot of damage done to people. You see one person seems to have erupted in sores. Another, this is similar to what happened with the nose. The one seems to have been turned inside out. Things are decidedly weird. There's one person that looks like they're just eyeballs, and you see them running, and a kind of muffled scream as these eyeballs that are just everywhere are bursting as they're running. And it's this pain. It doesn't take them long until they fall.
How close is Ari to me at the moment? Is
Ari
she
is
on?
on your shoulder.
I let out a little excited giggle, as if I'm enjoying what I see. Sorry. Sorry. I think we should hurry and keep moving. We need to find the sister.
Yes. Well, we need to find them because the brother is the one who controls the door, I guess, isn't it?
I kind of misread Fiona's giggle and think that she's just as distressed as me. Because I'm not taking this very well. I'm sort of, just basically looking at my feet and running behind Talos at this point.
Something let the heart into the city, and it's corrupted people. And there's not much you can do about it. But let's complete our mission. As we can get out of this damn place.
As you get closer to the centre, the more pronounced it becomes. You see people that have their bodies on a misshapen. Someone, a little child, skin seems to be like that of a shark. Things have rippled out. There's faces appearing out of the walls and the buildings. The whole time, Fiona, you have the feeling of, coming from the heart, a mix of anger and satisfaction.
I can't help but kind of smile very slightly and nervously hum to myself a melody that I've heard since I was actually very little. As we move through, kind of trying to soothe myself at the same time with it.
Guys will also overhear Talus talking to Tadia, just mumbling, I'm trying not to say anything. It's stuff, and, just weird stuff. Trying to stay calm himself, it seems.
The doors to the Van Ost mansion are open. You go in past the sweeping stairs to where this throne room was. And inside, you see the sister Tifa lying over her brother on the chair, weeping. When she moves, you see Keth Van Ost's face. And it has become something what we might call demonic. He's been ripped and torn, the bones reshaped. His body is lying somewhat crumpled, chest barely rising and falling. When Tifa hears you come in, she screams, "You! Your friend did this."
What?
Our friend?
How?
We
Your little
were on the
sky
mission and we...
urchin. You brought him to us and he caused us this pain.
What do you mean? He
You
was
will
with us and you
evade
took him
occult,
away from
please.
us.
Evade occult. All three.
What was the occult and
Evade. Oh, fuck. And why is it only 2 dice?
standard?
Yeah, standard. But for Fionn.
Ha!
I have no idea. I just went for evade.
Do you have
occult.
evade and occult? Okay, no, never mind. That way. You won't have evade, and I am stupid.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum. Shut it.
I mean, not about the stupid part. Don't say those kind of things.
Yeah,
Don't put
yeah,
yourself
yeah.
down, man.
Fuck
Don't
me,
put
man.
yourself down,
Okay.
man.
Okay, so everyone is taking stress.
Yep.
Okay.
Oof.
Fionn, you take 5 blood stress, please. Talus, you take 1 blood stress. Azal, you take 5. Before we go on, if you could all give me fallout checks, please.
If I took no blood damage, do I take a follow?
No, you do not.
With my protection, I took none.
Yeah.
Who would have taken? Who took 5?
Me.
Did you take that so that you don't have to turn into your true form with a major?
No, actually, I didn't.
You did. Okay, so we're about to
I
see
did.
Fion's true form.
Yeah, I took it more out of the reason that I like the everyone who takes who sees me in my true form.
But you could have had that anyway. Your true form is always your true form.
I know, but it was in the ability, and I now, thanks to my minor ability added to that, which is enthrall. When you enter your true form, you may mark D4 stress to echo. All who see you transform are stunned into inaction, and you have enough time to make a single action entirely unopposed.
Also, reading over some of my powers, I'm going to cover Azil with a Night Protector ability.
So yeah,
So do you? So that mean you take fallout or?
Yeah.
Right,
I
okay,
will
so
take
so
the
you take
equivalent.
stress. Five
And
five
that
blood stress.
So for me, it's only 2.
Yep.
So,
You
but
do
does
not
that
follow
mean I
it.
did not take
You
the
do
You
not
did
blood
not-
take
stress?
Follett. Okay, Fionn, what is happening with you?
Ooh.
You are. The ice hits you. So a blast of ice hits you in the eyes, and you become blind. You shriek. Well, I take it you shriek in pain. But tell us what happens then.
Well, depending on how is Ari still on my shoulder?
Well, that's up to you. That's you tell me how you transform. And you can get rid of all your stress, by the way.
Ari tends to. How should I describe it? Because it is a very macabre sight. Pretty much what happens is Ari is swallowed by me. It kind of seems like she bleeds into her own claw marks on my shoulder, just convulging into my body. My eyes seem to widen as if they suddenly are about 3 times the size that they were in my human form, and they are just black swirling mists of pretty much pitch black with swirling tiny white fragments in them as if galaxies would move through them. My mouth seems to widen as if to form a huge grin that spreads from ear to ear with just rows and rows as if endless rows of just sharp teeth. My limbs begin to crack and make breaking sounds as if while they extend into long, bony. I just like long, bony. I would describe them kind of not like spider limbs because there are still hands attached to it. But if you think of this, like if you look at a spider's leg, the connections and everything with that,
So multiple joints.
Multiple joints that also seem to convulse and move very unnaturally, just as if they're protruding in every single direction that is somehow possible. My hair goes from its ash blonde color into a very, very silvery color, but it's a strange sight to be seen. It looks as if my hair at the end starts forming tentacles, like those of an octopus. That, yeah, thank you for the correction. That just also move very unnaturally, as if they slither in and out of each other, twisting and turning. And yeah, I look kind of like a very creepy looking.
I want a picture of this, by the way.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
If I could draw them in.
Hmm?
Are you spending?
If I could
Are you taking the echo stress to stun as well, or
I am definitely using that
Then
before
3
echo
echo
stress.
please? 3 echo stress, please.
No. Wait. Oh yeah, 3 echo stress.
Mhm.
Okay.
And what would you like to do?
Well, that bitch attacked us first, and I'm just gonna retaliate without control. I dash towards her and just smash her face into the fucking floor.
Give me kill religion, please.
Give me 1 second. completely forgot. I get to.
Okay, and roll your stress dice. I think that goes up in your true form, doesn't it?
Give me a second. I have to quickly.
You should have rolled mastery on that as well.
I should have rolled mastery with
Yeah.
kill. Very true. Yeah.
Hold on. No. Okay, no. I rolled your extra dice for you. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Doesn't matter. What am I supposed to do? Fallout test?
No, you need to roll stress. What do you do to her? So you're ripping into her. What's your damage there? What do you?
All right. Wait. I'm so getting used to this virtual thing of rolling. Where am I supposed to click on the sheet?
Right. But what's your stress dice? 1d6, I take it.
Yeah.
Right. Then I'll roll it for you because I'm nice.
Thank you.
You do 4 stress. Your claws or your hand, you rip into her and smash her against the floor. What are the rest of you doing after you've stunned vision of Fionn transforming?
I see her attacking the person that is attacking us, and right now the enemy of my friend is my enemy, and I don't know. I saw Fionn there, and I saw her change, so I'm also going to attack, but I am going to consume the Crystal of Secrets.
Okay.
And excuse me, that's the wrong one. I'm going to use my spare capacitors and wires.
The Crystal of Secrets is technology anyway, isn't it?
Technology or occult.
Yeah, so you can use that if you want.
Nope, I don't need the greater ability that comes with a D8.
Okay.
So I'm going to use that, and I am going to inflict stress equal to the amount rolled.
Then roll, baby, roll. Don't know why I said
Do I have to roll on a kill attack, or is it just roll the dice?
I think it's just roll the dice. It's
Okay. I do an additional 4.
an additional 4. Now you need to roll your kill attack then. If it's an additional 4.
And it was a kill religion.
Kill occult is fine.
Kill occult?
Yes.
Okay.
There we go. So now you're hitting with your scrap sword, yeah?
No, I hit her with an ability on my Vermician plate.
Okay, Vermician plate, boom.
Inflict stress on an adversary equal to the amount rolled.
Okay. Alright, okay, right.
just
Well,
wanna
so
do-
you've done that, and now roll what are you hitting her with? You've hit with that, but what else are you hitting with?
I'm going after with my scrap sword.
Then it is 1d8 for the scrap sword.
Okay.
Okay, you smack into her, your sword latches into her arm, they're taking a big chunk out of it while the Fionn's still raging on top of her. You see her face, not Fion's, you see Tifa's face start to distort, becomes terrifying to behold. Something very inhuman, not Elfir, not Drow. This is something horrifying to you. Azal, what are you doing?
I release the swarm.
Do you need to you do need to roll for that? It's a kill, isn't it?
Yes.
Then release the swarm.
Ooh, brutal too. I like that.
Yep. So you're brutal. You do. You roll it twice.
Oh,
D4.
okay.
And you take the higher.
All right. That's a 4 then.
There we go. Sorry. You swarm, the bees swarm out and surround this face that's changing, taking on the terrible countenance, and are just stinging into it and stinging and stinging. You hear her scream, and the bees crawl inside of her mouth. The screaming stops and becomes a choking sound. Fionn, would you like to do anything? Other than finish chewing?
I would like to keep holding her down. Is that possible?
Yes, it is.
And I would like to follow the bees with my fist, to be very honest. In my true form, I'm just out for killing.
Then give me kill, cult or religion, minutes with mastery.
And yeah, while I ram my fist down,
You don't need to roll for stress because she only had one
okay.
left. You well,
Can
you
I
describe
just
it.
add? Can I just add something?
Please do.
So while I ram my fist down her throat, she looks a bit different right now, right?
Yes.
It's something I've never seen before, right?
Yes.
I let out a kind of a playful giggle and Skrell and let out a something new, something tasty, and just keep going until I feel a bit of resistance against my hands,
That comes
and then
very quickly.
and then I just pull everything back out, whatever I'm holding in my clenched fist.
That would be a larynx and so, what do you got? Vocal cords, bits of tongue.
Won't be singing.
Don't crush
anytime
the
soon.
bees.
Oops.
I have to say here, if Taya was here, this might be one of her topics. So
Ooh.
be careful with it, please.
He's listening. I see her out there.
I hope she didn't mute this right
No,
now.
that's okay. That's okay. There, just going forward. As you said about being hungry, that's something that we should maybe keep an eye on.
Okay.
No, that's my responsibility to say them. But yes, very cool. Tifa Van Ost is dead.
Where's the brother? She was on her brother's lap. Is he
No,
still
she wasn't on his
alive?
lap. She was lying over
Draped
him.
him. Okay.
He was dead as well. His face had changed, but his body had been warped and killed in the battle.
Is he the doorkeeper?
No. You hear
Either,
a clap.
okay.
So
I will
around
turn
you,
it in.
dark
face
mushrooms
clap.
come out of the floor.
Oh.
And you turn to see the blonde, very fair Malku Van Ost. The smile on her face is terrifying. Or would be terrifying. Maybe it doesn't terrify you. I don't know. I'm not in your head. All good things must come to an end. I do believe you're looking for a door to elsewhere.
Yes.
You did as my brother asked. I'll take you there now.
We are missing one of our companions. If you give us some time to look for.
I think you will find them where you are going. A very old enemy of ours decided to take your sky untuned, and I do believe Whisper as well, which is a shame because I would love to have met her. Her and I would have had so much to discuss.
And Alice will shiver at the thought of her having her hands on Whisper. And, well, then guide the way, even though he's cringing.
Fionn, you are, by the sight of her, you are startled into losing your true form. This woman is scary. She's really small, blonde, not, very, very slight of build. And you know she would murder you in a second if she could.
I stand there frozen, just staring at her.
She smiles at you. It's quite the display.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. I love my siblings, but at some point, it all has to end. If you come this way, I'll show you to the door. And she walks out. The black mushrooms still flowing out of the floor.
I'll try not to step on any of those mushrooms.
You're able to work your way around them fairly easily.
And I'll click the button on my respirator to turn it to high filtration.
You two hear the Talus's breathing become more Vader-like.
Turns off the silent mode.
Boop. Feeling the smell of the mushrooms starts to tickle something in your mind.
Okay.
And you see sky hanging again. Eyes closed. And you hear something laugh. And Malco says, "This way."
We have to save Sky.
Oh, we have to go to elsewhere regardless. This is the only way.
Sky is in danger.
But didn't she say we were going to meet him on the other side? Them?
We have to hurry.
And we will follow as quickly as she lets us.
She waits on you, and then takes you very swiftly through the mansion, the palace, out through the back, through the streets to the edge of town again, past more of these burning sores, but the burning seems to be stopping. It's not as you don't smell the flesh like you did when you first arrived in town. And you walk for a little bit further till you reach a kind of hill. And she hits the top of the hill, she smiles and slides down, and you see that it's a massive face, a head, scars under where the eyes were, or are. They're closed, you can't see. The mouth open into darkness, teeth at least as big as Talus. Here's your door. I have opened the way. Once you're through, I will close it, and I will not be coming back here.
Is this how we would return?
That is not my concern.
Fair point.
Now, if you would be so kind, I have things to attend to.
Are we having to jump in the mouth or just walk up the
It's the mouth's on its side, so you can just walk through and into it.
Okay.
What do the bees say? Are they okay with this?
The bees are terrified.
I bet they are. How did they react to Fionn, by the way?
I don't know, how did they react to Fionn? I'm being lazy.
I wonder how heartsy
Very.
that might have in fact terrified them too.
Yes.
I wonder if they even returned to me.
Oh, they would have done. Yeah, the glyph mark bees have made their pact with you. They won't run out on you.
Well, now that I walk into that with this kind of company, they don't want this.
They do not.
I sort of start to hang back and my steps get smaller and smaller.
You feel a hand on your back.
What is wrong? Notice.
This isn't good. I don't like this. I don't. Do we have to?
Malchus
We want to
smiles.
rescue.
Yes, you do.
Oh. Ugh. I don't. No, I can't do this. This is wrong.
I turn around and smile very innocently and just state, "Don't worry. I won't hurt you. I promise."
But I like if you stay.
And I don't know. Yeah, all the hair on my back stands up, and I basically don't know which of them scares me more right now. And I really have to tap into all my soldier habits to not lose it. I don't want to cause a scene, but this isn't good at all.
Well, we must finish the mission and find these people, our friends. It is scary. I really don't want to fucking go down the throat of a god or a being.
Oh, David wasn't a god. He was a bodyguard.
What does that even mean?
Just get in. I have things to do. There
I
are
will
other
offer a
versions of
hand.
me to kill.
This place is crazy. Just
Aren't-
losing it.
Aren't we all?
Oh.
Even being here? I offer a
sort of
hand.
grit my teeth and hold my breath. Refuse the hand out of sheer pig-headed pride, because that's the only thing that makes me go now. And jump right in.
And you
I
two,
will follow.
you walk into the darkness of the cave and you feel a door opening. And we'll go to Sky for one last moment. Sky wakes and he's hanging once again, this time by their arms. And right across from them, they see Whisper, also hanging by their arms. And below them sits the angel on a chair, smiling. We are going to have so much fun. And we will leave it for tonight.
Oof.
Oof.
How was it?
Whisper, don't you wish you were here?
I feel like the chaotic evil character that's derailing all the campaign.
No, not at all. Not at all. There's something similar would have happened, but with Fionn there, had you been here at the beginning. No, not derailed at all.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. The smell of flesh burning in the morning.
See?
The smell of
Flesh,
mushrooms
eyes and
growing out of
mushrooms.
the
Yeah.
going out of the thing.
Mushrooms and flesh.
Oh yeah, I
Make a
definitely
great
don't wanna
combination.
Oh yeah, actually steak and mushrooms, very good
Yeah,
with little
no.
fried onions, yeah.
So, mommy.
I will need to get better at doing the safety stuff because that's something I should have brought up.
wasn't warned, I would have said anything if I was uncomfortable, and I think anybody else would have too.
I know, but just because would have said in chat had Whisper been here probably before, but just in case.
My apologies again.
You don't need to apologize. That's my thing. Absolutely not.
I just had this visceral image in my head, and I thought it would look fucking awesome.
It does
I'm
look
sorry.
fucking awesome.
It did look fucking awesome.
Yep.
And I do
I still want
apologize.
pictures.
Yes, I still
Apologize
want
for the-
pictures
for
of.
the
No, do
cursing.
not apologize. It was absolutely awesome.
We do put warnings on before the stream,
Yes,
so
we do.
don't worry.
Okay.
We do indeed. I just need to get better.
And there was
communicating
very
this
little
stuff.
adult language too.
Well, no, fucking adult language. Don't do fucking adult.
Adult language? Okay.
Adult topic.
I'm a lawyer. I want to do. No, I'm sorry. You go to bed.
All right.
All right.
Well,
I will say this: Discord. Join our Discord. Talk to all of these wonderful people. Buy Danny Ware's books because they are awesome. Come and see us next week as we try and fuck some things up and hopefully keep having. Yeah. No plot,
Before the
perhaps.
things fuck us up.
Yes, well, that's also true. You can find
Well,
me
that's
on
part of the
Twitter
fun.
at Kid. That is part of the fun. The rest of you, would you like to say anything before we go?
yes, I would. Tomorrow is Happy Little Faces.
I said that.
Starting
at
at
the beginning.
noon. Yeah, I'm reminding people because, hey, I even got...
I was going to do that as well. I was letting you people say goodbye first.
Oh,
But
goodbye.
No, just stand on my toes, man. Stand on my... No, I'm joking. I'm taking a piss. Taking the piss. I'm very glad that we didn't have any technical issues. The hardwired internet connection seems to help. So Happy Little Faces tomorrow. It is extremely fun to watch them putting on the face paint and the conversations that go on. Also, if you're a fan of chicken nuggets, then it's definitely a show for you.
Or hangovers.
Well, yes, everyone's a fan of hangover. I mean, come on. If you like the show, subscribe. So follow here, subscribe if you can. On YouTube, like, subscribe, or don't like, whatever the fuck you want. Leave a comment, say how pretty I am, also fine. I think everyone here you can see on the screen. Lucas you can find at .lutzi, just about everywhere. Chris, you can find Chris Uboh Music, except for the one that's not, but we're not going into that. Yeti, we have at Embroidered Yeti, and Tim at TDorf67. And yeah, thank you very much. See you next week.
Bye. Next
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.